have been out playing Santa. I've been giving some Christmas gifts out to say thank you for a huge year, and thank you for all the support to the agents who continually stay loyal and happy to have a chat. So hey guys, so we're at Tobin Real Estate saying very Merry Christmas, a huge thank you for all of the support this year. Katharina and Craig have been with us now for like 4 years, so to have another cracker year.
The last 11 months to the end of November, we've installed very close to 1,000 different properties, which has been a huge year. Compared to last year, we had done about 650 in that same time period later, but it's, in terms of growth and what that's meant for the team, it's been huge in terms of, we've brought on the extra truck to enable us to do that. The team has changed significantly, and in terms of the amount of work that we're capable of doing, it's crazy to look back, at our video last year and to kind of get an appreciation for what we thought was crazy growth at that point 12 months ago, and looking at it now and how much further we've come.
Last year, our biggest month was 83 installs in that month. To this year, we've done 121 in October just gone. That's phenomenal for us, considering the change in the market, given that the craziness that was happening in Brisbane last year. We thought 83 installs was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy, 100% crazy. I managed to get to 121 this year. 121 very, very happy homeowners whom we didn't compromise on an end finish. Everything was done perfectly to exactly how we would love to present it, regardless of whether or not we're that busy or quiet.
Doing more installs in a month and across a year means that we're going to have more houses out. The new record for us this year is that we hit 181 houses out at a point in time. So that's kind of talking about how much furniture we have out, beds, sofas, all the things that go into that many properties, as well as having the warehouse with the additional stock, the extra stuff, so that we always have options for the next job. And also, I guess, even simple things like keeping track of that sort of stock and where things are and when it's coming back. It's been it's a huge task, and it's something that we're quite proud of.
I think that's reflective also of where the market's at in Brisbane. So we've gone from last year keeping up with an extremely fast-paced market, having to have everyone coordinated to go out and do collections really, really quickly. And now we're seeing things in the market for that bit longer. So we are stretching everything out that bit further. Obviously, that means more stock. So this year I've spent $1.5 million. I spent $1.5 million worth onto new inventory. And that's new pieces, new artwork, new fluff, new everything that everybody will have seen filtering out to all these houses. And that growth is how 181 houses out means that we do get to spend that money on new furniture, which is lots of fun. With
1,000 installs and all of the 121 per month and those sorts of numbers, for us, that growth has come in a number of ways, some with existing agents and doing more and more work with them as they've grown their own profiles. But part of every year, one of the things that we look at is how many agents we do work for and also how many new agents. So this year, we've again set, in terms of the number of agents we've done work for, it's a new record. We worked with 325 different agents across Brisbane and the Gold Coast, and probably even wider in a couple of cases. And of those, a little over half, about 170 of them, were brand new agents that we hadn't done work for. So in terms of business growth and the relationship building that we do and Phoebe does with all of those agents, and our marketing and our social media and the people or the agents and agencies that come to us because they like what they see, 170 new agents across a 12-month period is pretty phenomenal, and that's something, again, we're very proud of. The first thing that comes to mind is the growth of the team in terms of the numbers and how many new people that have come on, but probably more than that is the growth within the team, the progression that a lot of the people that started, we brought on a lot of new people towards the start of the year in particular, kind of January, February, March, and to look now at 7-8 months later at some of those people and the progression that they've made within the business, the importance, the roles that they're now taking up within the business, some senior positions. I don't know that I would have, at the time, thought that some of that could happen so quickly. So in terms of internally, that's one thing that's really impressed me is how well some of the people, and all of the people who have come on and are still with us have done in that time.
Our entire team enable the team culture that we have, the way that they interact, the way that they support each other. When you have quite a young team coming on board, you need the support of the staff who've been here for longer, and they couldn't have done a more fantastic job than what they've done.
I'm impressed at how well the little things that kind of take more time within the business have started to have more of an impact. So the marketing, the social media, the stuff that we put up, funny videos, and then we put up a nice video showing like the outcome of a property, and then we get the team on camera, all those little things. The relationship building, the phone calls that Phoebe takes and answering questions or fixing problems, like all those little things that individually don't seem like a lot. 5.5 years into business, you can really start seeing the impact of that and the reputation that we've built as a business. All this, the new agents that have come on board, the growth in the number of installs and the inquiries we're getting, it's impressed me that so much of that has come from these little things that we've been doing since day one, and we're really starting to see more and more of an impact of that.
So in the whole respect of loving our staff, and the staff have been phenomenally and awesome, we would have loved to have brought on more staff to help support them during our busy times and to help give them the ability to sit back and rest, but also be able to build on everything that they've learned without having to necessarily be on site every day. I think one of our biggest challenges across the board, whether or not it be marketing, stylists, logistics, has been able to find those staff to bring them in. If we, a couple of years ago, had advertised, we would have had droves of people coming through. So just the way the workforce has changed.
It's funny though, you think about the challenges, and I think every year we kind of mention the team and the building and the people side of things. We, mostly you, deal with smaller challenges, on a daily, if not weekly basis. But they're not the things that we remember. We deal with them, we move on, and we hope that the way that we deal with them helps build our reputation and the way that we interact with people. But you don't remember them when we're sitting here saying what were the biggest challenges for the year. I would say the other one, and again it's team related, is for us as a business, but Phoebe and I in particular, we've had challenges in the sense that we've had people we've had to let go at times that probably weren't opportune in terms of coming into busy periods. There have been people that have left at times that ideally wouldn't have happened at that time as well. And obviously for us, that has meant that Phoebe and I have to step in a lot more than we otherwise would like to in terms of the day-to-day. And but we accept that's just, part of running a business. And
it's short-term.
It's short-term. It's definitely a challenge. And October, we talk about how proud we are of what we did, but it was definitely a challenging period for the team. Everyone worked hard, but for us in particular, I think Phoebe would agree, that was a very challenging month to get through. Well,
we've actually got a proper answer for you this time, Cody.
We do. It's funny because I think last time, we talked about the growth that we'd had during the year and that we don't necessarily want to or think that it's possible to have that same sort of growth again. This year, we do have a specific focus for next year, and that is really around automation, bringing in. We've kind of been doing it anyway, systems and processes and those sorts of things in certain areas, but Phoebe and I need to specifically target a few things to make the running of the business kind of go to that next level, so that it's easy to bring other people in to some of those processes, make it a bit more scalable, so there are things that currently rely very much on Phoebe or I to do, and that makes it very difficult for us during those busy periods. It's really about automation, taking their business to the next level from that point of view.
So I want to say thank you to every single one of our viewers, every person who's engaged with us throughout the year, anybody who's reached out to ask questions, whether it be on our social media platforms, our podcast, and some of you have even managed to have that opportunity to say hi in person. So a massive thank you to all of you, a huge, phenomenal thank you to every single one of the agents we've managed to have some work, do some work for. The fact that you're choosing us to be reflective of you, that is tremendous to us. So thank you for the support. We're looking forward to next year building bigger and better things. We really honestly can't wait to see what's coming up.